Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. And yeah, like I said in the stream title, we're going to be making a fork river, and then we're going to put a ruin and a settlement on top of it. And let's go ahead and get started. I think today we will do the circle as well. You could go a circle or a square here on this one. S40. It's go a little bit larger. A lot of it's going to be water anyway, so we should be okay with that. Fill it. 7. You know the drill. There we go. Get our base plane. And I've been really into doing this quad remeshing of it lately. Let's take it a little higher than we've been doing. Let's go to like 1,000. Delete the original. Let's take a look and see what we got. That looks okay. Okay. And we might as well follow our flow here and here. And then this doesn't flow as well, but we can go like that. Make it a little bit wider. Something like that. Okay. And E down. Cool. And let's grab these faces. Just delete them because we don't need them. And I want to keep the ground pretty flat, I think, this time. So we're not going to build a bunch of hills, but we can do a little bit in the next step. Let's save too. Where are we? Up, new. 2402, 21, 1. Forked River Settlement. All right. And now let's go ahead and go to sculpt mode. And I'm just going to smooth this down quite a bit. Whee! Might as well. And then make sure we're on negative. And I'm just going to sculpt down that a bit more. Something like that. Cool. Bring that down a bit. There we go. Seems all right to me. Let's grab with the elastic deform and make it bigger. Bring this up and this up. So we know our river will flow downstream. And I think it pretty clearly does. Yeah. And we can push that down. Cool. And yeah, smooth that out a little bit. And again, down more in the center. That might even be too much. And we'll go up a little bit. Something like that. Alrighty, let's go back to object mode. Save. Just take a look at it, see. That feels all right to me so far. And tab and F4, append our terrain. Trainer base. Make sure this is rotation scale is set. Add the modifier, geometry nodes, terrain base. I think that's pretty good. Looks like we bumped up here a little bit. We might want to adjust that down. Sculpt mode. Just cut through there. There. And flatten that up a bit. And there as well. Cool. And we can smooth it out a little bit. And let's take this down just a bit more here. And it's going to give us a hole, but that's fine. Should be all right. Object mode. All right, cool. So let's go through and do our water now. So first thing, let's move this to new collection, ground. And I will try not applying it just to see what happens. Hopefully we don't need to. So fluids, new fluid, 50, not 5, 50 by 50. If you more than that, 80 by 80. That's right. There's our square. And depth of 30, sure. GZ down 7, GY, and just come a little bit this way. Cool. Alrighty, that seems pretty good. Probably don't need to be quite that wide even. We could cut it in a little bit. So X like 70. Let's see. Yeah, 75, at which point we might as well just leave it as 80, but whatever. Okay. And then here, Shift A, mesh, cube. And here, Shift A, mesh, cube. Let's go. Yeah, I guess we'll go back a little bit on that one. Fine. And these are both going to go to inflow. And this needs to come down a little bit more. Cool. And here, make that outflow. Just to keep it from blowing up our stuff. And now here, you know, the usual, inflow to inflow, outflow to outflow, ground to ground. And we can actually hide our inflow now too, right? And set an end to 1,000. Now our river's flowing. I think we might need more. We've met. It's coming along. Pretty low. So we can actually make them a little bigger. Let's do that. Let's go back to inflow and scale it up. Definitely scale this one up. I don't know if you need to scale them or not, but we will. That's better. Giving us some more water. Takes a little while, but I just like watching Sims run, I have to admit. Should get to the end and stop. Yes, it does. And we just want to build up, and it's going all right. We'll just let it run to the full 1,000, I think, even though it's taken a few seconds. It's pretty quiet on here anyway, so, you know, hey, if you're watching, cool. We're at 700 anyway, so we're getting there. Doesn't look like it's getting much bigger. Let's see. Well, it looks okay. I think I want to make this one a little bigger. I know to do it all over again now, but whatever. 7. I'm going to rotate it to and local. Let's just make it a little larger. And this one, also a little larger. We'll apply scales again and play. Just get a little bit more water pumping through there if we can. And it looks like we can. Not sure it's any higher. Is it a little higher? Maybe it's a little higher. Definitely moving faster though. You know, I hate to do it, but I think I'm gonna do just a little bit more here. SC. I'll bring it down just a bit. I want less of a riverbank, and that means we have to adjust it. Cool. And we'll let this one go, I think. Probably. Still growing. Got a bit of a shore going on there. Seems good to me. Pause. All right. We're going to go with this one. We'll say it's all right. So let's make the static flow map. That looks good. And tab, Alt Z, B. I just like to get rid of these things that don't matter. X vertices and 3 B X vertices tab. Cool. Save it. Let's see what we got. Okay, we have water running down. Looks pretty good. Cut our foam probability down to like 0.8, make it a little less foamy. Because it's 0, see what it does. Nothing now. Doesn't seem like it. Splash density 0. It also doesn't seem to make much difference now. Yeah, we're all right with it. I like it. Okay. So we have our rivers coming together. Now it's time. Get rid of our inflow, our outflow. There we go. And yeah, a little bit of a bump there, but it's not bad. I can live with that. That's fine. Okay, now want to do some pillars, I think, just because I think it'd be fun. Shift A, mesh, mesh, cylinder. S, Shift C, scale. So I should bring a person in too. Just got a good idea for scale. Let's do that. Human gen. Okay, so that's a person size. So it's actually not, we're not very large. Could actually make everything bigger, maybe. Let's see. Global, medium point, scale it up. Let's just see what our water looks like now. Did I screw it up? No, it's fine. Yeah, and that is better. I'm getting rid of this floor. There we go. Just a little bit wider river now. Feels a little bit more epic. Okay, pillar. Cool, we'll go with that. Take a look at it. Tab 3. There we go. Select, check or deselect. Cool. And Alt E, extend along normals. Maybe. Sure. X face. X face. And 2. Nope. 3, Shift G, coplanar. X faces. A, M, distance. Cool. Tab 2. There we go. F. Just fill it. And I guess we could do the base too. That's going to be underground though. So actually, let's just do this. Alt X, mirror it, apply it. There, base is done. Okay, got a little bit of a pillar going on. And tab F2, or no, F2, Control 2. That's not, we don't want to do that. Get rid of this. Tab E. Tab. All right. Sure. I can live with that. I think. Hello there. Good to see you, Perry. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's put some top things on it, though. Let's just turn it off for right now. 3. Shift S2. Shift A. Cylinder. SZ. 1. GZ. Sure, we'll just paint that. And tab. And we're going to want, yeah, some edge loops on that. Or just bevel it. There we go. That should work. Yep. Cool. And let's tab and do it again. L, Shift D, GZ, scale. Yeah, something like that. Just a simple pillar. And I suppose let's mirror it too. Cool. Looks like I'm alone today. I know, it's quiet. That's what happens. It's all right. I won't cry too much. It's all right. Yeah, it's all good. People got things they got to do sometimes. It's hard to keep. I mean, like, it's hard enough to do these every day, much less have someone, like commit to watching them. So I'm all right with that. Q array X. There we go. That's cool. And bring it over. That works for me. I like that. Think. Then I want to, how do I want to do it? The terrain, yeah, Shift A, mesh, landscape. Large landscape, large terrain. Okay. Tab. So let's just solve it. 2. F. GZ. SC0. Cool. Tab. RY180. And scale it up. And cool. And this and minus. And not going to work yet because we have to remesh it first, don't we? Let's undo that. Okay, just hide it. Take this sucker here, I guess. Before we array it, remesh it. Let's just see. Let's see what our array was set to. Mine's 10. Okay, let's just get rid of it. And Q, apply modifiers. Okay. And let's go ahead and erode it first. Or not. Let me just remesh it. That's always cool, Perry. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. If it's only for a few minutes, that's cool too. Remesh. Cool. Voxel size 0.05. Get a little smaller. That's cool. Now let's apply it. And now Q array X. There we go. All right, take care, man. Have a good one. Cool. Now we'll bring our landscape back. Cool. Now this control minus. Cool. And this SZ GZ. Okay. That works for me, I think. And let's go ahead and apply it. Apply all. Cool. Delete it. We have some messing up on the top. I could have probably made it more, but whatever, it's fine. And let's erode it. It's thinking. I suppose I could have done all this beforehand too, but I kind of wanted to see if I could get some different ones. But it's going to make it a little bit higher poly. Maybe too much so. Let's see. Definitely feels like it's getting a bit bigger. Maybe we won't do it. Task manager. Yeah, let's end it. Let's do it again. Oh, we had one. Recover, autosave, resettlement. Cool. All right, so now we'll just do it to 1, and we'll make the pillars be the same, and it'll be all right. L, Control I, vertices. We'll get rid of them first. So we've got our one pillar, and let's try eroding on just it now. See if it's still too big with all the polys on it. Might be. It's certainly better than it was before, though. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't think we're going to go too much higher on this one. We'll just go with 1. Well, let's try 5. I don't know, we're going to see a lot more interest on it, but let's see. We could spend the 15 seconds on it. Okay, yep, yeah, that's cool. Let's apply it. I don't think it's gonna be too big. Right, and I'll have to cut them solo, I think, but that's fine because I deleted my train. But and Q array X minus 10 roughly. Okay, there we go. And they're all very similar, which is annoying to me. So we'll have to do something about that. Sadly, Shift A, mesh. We just have to do it individually now. But I think that's okay anyway. Rock generator, scale it up. There we go. And minus. Make sure it is below the array. Let's see if that works. Yep, cool. Maybe let's do 2 or 3 more. Would be good. 3 million polys, so big. Probably not worth it, but you know, quality. Mesh, cube, or not cube, rather, rock generator. Cool. And this thing in control minus. And again, we're probably gonna have to move it after. Yep. It always wants to put the array. I can certainly remesh it. That is certainly possible. All right, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and remesh this whole thing too. And that will actually add some difference as well. Q, add modifier, apply modifier. And it's gonna think for a second. Cool. Delete, delete, grab this sucker, add modifier, decimate. How big is it? It's 3 million polys. Let's take it to like half that. See what that does for us. We're going to put enough other stuff around it. It's probably not that big a deal. And I'm kind of spending a lot of time on it when I probably should be doing other things. But you know how it is. It's all good. Okay, sure. Got rid of some. Not a lot, but some. Da 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 da. Cool. Save. Now let's go ahead and apply our ground too. I think that will help us speed up some. Yeah, all right. Like they're the same, but they're not incredibly the same. In fact, we can even come in here now and edit. We'll just do a little bit more because that's just me. L, RZ 45, L, RZ 246. Just random. So they're just not the same rotations. L, RZ 56. There we go. Now they kind of look different, I guess. I hope. A little bit, maybe. Right. And I kind of wanted them on both sides. Let's just see. What does it look like? Okay. I'd have to either pull it back more. Pull it back more is fine. There we go. Save. Both sides of the shore seems cool to me. Kind of have it kind of coming up like this. Yeah. That looks cool. Alrighty. And doesn't line up evenly with the water, but perhaps in the old days, this water didn't line up evenly either. So that's our story, and we're sticking to it. And I kind of want to put a structure here, like one of the old preflux ruins. Cube. Cool. Yep. Rotation scale, tab, 3, scale it in, inset, E, scale it in. We're just going that ziggurat thing. Something like that. I do like me a ziggurat. And here, there, and there, E. Are we? Oh, it's the same? The same height? No. Fine. Good enough. Close enough for government work. It's kind of weird though. E, E, E. There we go. That works. And one more. E. Like that. Cool. Do we want it to be the same on the other side or kind of the same? I mean, we could mirror it. Let's see if we like it. It goes out into the water that way, which is fine. We'll just cut it off. So we like that. Rotation scale. And then now, add another rock. Scale 25. G. Cool. Control minus. And after hops. Cool. That looks good. Let's apply all. Tab. L, X, vertices. Get rid of our rock again. So we got like a weird crunchy side on it, which would be cool, I think. Now we can edit, tab, A. Well, first off, we don't want that. Just faces 3. Let's do this. Shift G, coplanar. Cool, we need to add these. I don't know why those didn't, but hey, Shift G, coplanar. Fine, be this way. There we go. No, I'm not gonna add stairs. This is a high-tech building that's fallen on some hard times, so it wouldn't have stairs. Okay, tab, Shift Q. Actually, we'll do it the other way. Utility, plate insets, subdivision 2, max of 0.5, maybe more than that, max of 1. Cool. Those faces won't because they're not. Okay. F9, let's just do one more subdivision, see what we get. Yeah. 3 levels is good. Cool. Tab, save, erode it. We know from experience we need to go up to about 8 to see this well. As we've done this a few times now. Cool. That looks all right to me. There's our human at scale, so yeah, that's cool. Let's apply it. And we can decimate it too if we want to. Won't take too long. Well, it's only 1 million, right? Yeah, 0.5. How times have changed. Like, it's only 1 million polys. Is that all? Okay, and apply. Okay, now I want to add some more modern in the sense of current to this sucker. So how do we want to go about doing that? There's a new add-on I could try. That I picked up yesterday in the Blender sale that does wooden buildings. We could try that and see what it gives us. Say mesh cube. Cool. Why is everything coming in brown today? It's just bizarre. Shouldn't be. All right. F4, append. Name. Procedural wood buildings, yes. Node tree. Wood. This is a bit of a weird one. It seems like it has some bugs that work in full scale, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of strangeness to it. Let's apply it to this thing here. Add modifier, geometry nodes, woodcraft or woodwork. Great. And it's working at 0.06, and it seems to work at that. So we need to change this down to 0.06. Item. And we're going to do it around the 3D cursor. Yes. Scale 0.06. It's not around the 3D cursor though. Why isn't it? It should scale. Why didn't we scale to point? 3D cursor, global, S.06. Now it did. Okay, cool. I don't know why it didn't before. Weird. So like that's to the same scale as this building is theoretically. I think this will get us close enough that we can do something fun with it. Where's that cube? Here? Yeah. News collection. We're going to call it settlement or buildings. Settlement. It's fine. Okay. So we want to set the terrain to that. Now everything should work reasonably well. This sucker here, scale it. There we go. And then we can duplicate it just because why? Well, first off, let's narrow it even down a little bit more. It's kind of more like a pier thing going on here, right on this side of the water. And Shift D. And there's a second level now. Just gonna get this out of the way for right now. Okay. Then our building. G. That. Do we want it to kind of visualize what it's going to look like with the other terrain thing there? That seems okay. And one more platform? Sure. Shift D, SX, scale general, G. Where are you putting that ladder? I like having a ladder there. Cool. And we'll move this bad boy here. That way more. I like this plugin. It's kind of cool. So this thing down just a bit. Okay. And we could do a ramp. Let's do a ramp. Why not? That's going to be able to do the Bezier circle one, or to a curve collection rather. And if we do a curve line and we turn on that, fine. What do we want it on? Face. Come on. There. Just solo it. I'm gonna get rid of these two. What? Fine. Get rid of these two. Solve vertices. What? Where'd it go? Screw you. X. There we go. This whole thing. Delete. Damn lines. Which one? Which plugin that I mentioned liking? The wood building one. It's like procedural wood buildings on Blender Market. If that's what we're talking about. Let's see. Shift A. Curve. Bezier. Screw you. Tab. X. Vertices. Draw. There. We'll do it this way. Sure. Absolutely. This one. X. Vertices. There we go. There we go. Hello. Good to see you. Let's bring that up. And then this up. Until it kind of lines up with our building. Okay. And it's thinking. Always an interesting sign. Why are you thinking, Blender? I didn't do anything. But you're pegged thinking. That's not a good sign. Yeah, we're ending it. I don't know what was going on there, but that was a lot of weird Blenderisms. Let's hopefully we can bring it back. I mean, I know we can bring it back, but hopefully we can bring it back and it, comes back. I know, right? Always. I got somewhat confused trying to do a snap to face on a geometry node, I think. But, it's all good. We're coming back eventually. Come on. There we go. File, recover, autosave. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we lost our thing. Let's just come to here. Shift D. M collection. No, I need to do that. Go away. Shift A. I'm just going to go with plain. We're going to cheat. It's not cheating, but what? Turn off snap. Okay. Reach around 3D cursor. Sure. Make it longer. There we go. Give me my curve. Tab 2. Q. Curve extract. Piss off. Done. Look at that. That's what we wanted. Move it over. Plane curve. All right, it's going for both of them. We just make it wider. Or settlement. Settlement. Path width. Okay, there. No. No. This sucker. There we go. Now we'll fix it. It's fine. If we even care that much. We got that over there. Let's do the same thing. And Shift D, RZ 180, 7G over here. I'm just going to delete this one too. We're not going to need it. And then this one to object. There we go. Tab, GZ, GX. That's pretty cool. I think that's something we can work with, if nothing else. Now, I want to just go look at our geometry node here for this settlement real quick, and I'm sure it's a nightmare. Let's just save. See if there's something I can fix it. I noticed when I was playing with it before, it wasn't realizing instances properly. What is that going to? I don't know. I'm just going to put a search, realize instances, see if this fixes it. Now, if I apply it, cool. It worked. It was like, for some reason, losing, oh, that's a weird one. It was losing the rungs on the ladders when I applied it. I think they just didn't get realized in his geometry, but we got to go fix it now. Tab, L, L, X, vertices, L, L, X, vertices. Cool, that's gone. Now, if we take this, which is 0.060, and this, which is 1. So I just do our math. Calculator. 1 divided by 0.06 1666 times. Okay, so if we make this back to 1, and we want to rotate around, Shift S1, 3D cursor. Let's see, set it back to 1. And see, yeah, that didn't work, but going to, yeah, you rat bastard. What got changed? 7. Scale to 1. And then that looks basically right. Well, it's a little off still. GZ. No? Oh, maybe that's just the what you call it? Might be okay. 0. I think that's just a splash. Let's look. Otherwise, we'll just move the water. But yeah, that looks all right. Okay. We move this one also around the origin. Scale 16.6666. Should put us roughly, yeah, pretty close to back where we were. It's just because I don't know, it doesn't like the scale for some reason. But, you know, it was a pretty cheap plugin, so I'm not going to complain too much. And we got like this nice big thing. So I want to make this bigger. Individual origin. Scale. And just take it and move it more to here. Just make sure it's, yep. Cool. That's better. I like that. Save. All right, cool. So that's working okay. We need to look at our materials on this sucker now. Let's see what we got. They are very, very, very saturated. And our floor I don't like, but we'll deal. Okay, so we're just going to come through now and do some tweaking. I mean, you got to think, you wind up doing cleanup after geometry nodes, but sometimes it's still faster. So, you know, you just do it. It's like, all right, I could have modeled this myself, but it would have taken me way longer. So even having to fix it, I'll probably still be okay. So let's see what if our slots look like. I don't even know what that is. Just gonna get rid of it. Yeah, okay. Solid wood. Shift A, search. Q saturation. Saturation 0.5. I think that's the, okay, that's that one. Good. Value 0.5. Takes it to a nice kind of dull ass color. Maybe even saturation 0.4. Maybe 0.5. Wood gets faded paler sometimes. So we're just going to use this. So Control C, slot 2, Control V. Cool. Slot 3, Control V. There we go. Yeah. Slot 4, Control V. Never be afraid to change stuff, right? Vertical planks. That's the key to any of this stuff. Make whatever you want. Just never be afraid to change anything. Indoor walls. I don't really see a lot of them, but let's just in case. Wood floors. Cool. And is that it? I think that might be it. What is this? This one's still feeling a little bit. Horizontal wood wall. Why did I not see it before? I don't know, but cool. And we might as well do the ceiling. Yeah. Do the roof too. We might want to change it a little bit, but let's take it darker. 0.2. Cool. Nice. Save that. I think that's pretty cool. We might change the floor because those are some pretty wide beams, but on the whole, I'm all right with it. Let's make sure. There's our guy. We should have probably modeled it, measured to him too, but we didn't. I mean, those are high, but not like crazy high. I probably would have made the walls a little lower because they're higher than a person, but not so much higher than a person that I'm going to wig out about it. That's within our realm of okay. But I really want to fix our floors. 3. Shading. Wood mat. What is our vector going to? Plane UV. Let's see if I can just adjust the scale here, see if it'll work. Yes, good. And that feels kind of more in line with the other stuff. And it should change it everywhere too. Yep. Cool. And we're just gonna need to go through and change a few things that didn't, oh no, actually, no, well, if we can get rid of that pole. L, X, vertices. Cool, that one's better now. That one looks okay. Let's get rid of that pole. Come close to it. No! This pole. L, X, vertices. Great. And L, actually, Control L. Control L. So dot. Control L. Control plus. No. Are each one of these really a separate? Each one of these objects really a separate face? That's just. All right, fine. There we go. Shift D. There we go. Fix the wall. No one but me will care, but I care. So we fixed the wall. Was there one on the other side we wanted to fix too? Or did it look pretty good? Oh, this one we need to get rid of. Yeah, we do. Okay, so tab, L, X, vertices, cool. And we'll just select them all, I guess. And go to the other side. Okay, and Shift D, shrink them, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. I'm going to get rid of this top one. Cool. And now I see. Fine. And tab L, Shift D, GY. There we go. Cool. That's better. Now let's see. I'm just going to make sure we nuke these so we don't have to see them later. Okay. Good, 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 good. Now, let's go ahead and grab this guy. And tab A, U, cube projection. Give it a UV map. Come back and give it our rocky material that we've been using quite a bit lately, which is there. And it's thinking, yep, cool. And I think we want to make it a bit brighter, which we normally seem to do. I should probably edit it and make it brighter, but I haven't yet. Hue, value of 3. 3 might be a bit bright on this one this time. Value of 2. Yeah, 2 looks good. Okay, now let's apply to this guy too. Oh, we need to edit him anyway. Let's solo him. I see things, tab, 3, Control L, 1, Control I, X, vertices, A, U, cube projection. There we go. So we got rid of the extra stuff and we UV'd it. And then we can give it stone polish white. My modification of the kit bash 3D one. Save. Okay. Now, just for ease of life, let's move all these, this, and this to settlement. I probably should have called it buildings for that reason, but you know, hey. Okay. So all my buildings are in that now for geoscattering. And we're going to move our water. Actually, yes, new collection, water. Then we are going to need to make a new group. And we're going to call it obstructions, upward obstructions. Upward obstructions. And then we're going to move the water into upward obstructions. Yes, and the settlement into upward obstructions. Cool. Save it. Because Geoscatter will only let us upward obstruct one folder at a time, but it will do subfolders, so we can do everything in upward obstruction. And Geoscatter, grab our ground, and let's biome scatter what do we think? I think we're gonna go dry. Although, I don't know, I kind of want to do I kind of want to do a bamboo forest. Do I have such a thing? Do I even have a good bamboo one already in here? I think I have bamboo somewhere. but that would be a cool one. Let's just do this one. I don't think I've ever used this one, so let's try it and see what it gives us. Most of these look cool regardless, so it's like, oh, it'll be that kind of terrain. We're kind of in a, based on the landscape, it's hard to tell what the terrain is right now. So 7 million things, is that all? We're nothing. Okay, and we're gonna set our upward obstruction to upward obstruction. Let it think for a sec. And that should help us. Yep, that's better. And trees, let's go see what we actually have for trees. I'm gonna kill everything else first too though. Shrubs. We don't want no shrubs. Okay. So we're only looking at trees. I think we're gonna cut down how many we have too, but let's display as placeholder. Scale 1. Now it says 3. Let's leave it at 3. See how big it is. That's too many damn trees anyway. So I want them to be further. The trees, I want them to proximity, and we can, I want them again from both things, fortunately. So we can just repel from upwards again too. We could choose to only do the building or the water, but I want them further away from both. And we're gonna go with distance of like 5 meters. See what that gives us. Maybe even 8 meters. That is better. Let's see what it looks like. Definitely better. I wonder if there's still too many of them. Let's cut it down a little bit. Distribution, half them. Sure, that seems okay for right now. Now let's go ahead and play with the other ones too. So, turn off the trees, turn back on saplings. And we want them also repelling from both or from just the water. I think we'll just repel them from the water. Water, like 3 meters. And there's not a lot of slope here, but we'll throw slope on as well. Yeah. Okay. Saplings, shrubs. Shrubs pretty good. Let's go with repel from water again, but not as far. Just to give us a bit of a shoreline. Distance of 1. Cool. And turn it off. And shrubs 2. Definitely want to repel this from the shoreline. Come on, I wish it would change when you selected it. Okay. Repel. From the water. Minimum of that and transition of, let's try to do it this way, 3. There we go. So we might have a couple near, but mostly it's going to pull away. Okay. And grass we are not going to turn on, but we will also have it be repelled from the water by 3. So it's going to have a little bit, shouldn't be down in that gully very much. Save. Maybe we check it to see what it looks like. It's the only one we've saved just in case. It's a pretty big landscape, but grass is one of those ones that like destroys you to look at in the viewport. But sometimes you want to see, you're like, God, did I get it right? And it's thinking, which is why we saved it first. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that looks all right. Let's turn it off again. Okay. And save. And now let's go add, because you know me, I can't do just one. Birch logs large. And I want to set it no upward obstruct, but I think we want it to be, oh, there. Repel to water and reverse it. So it's along our river. We're going to have these things. And we'll make them a bit bigger too, at least some of them. Scale it up to 1.1. So they don't get smaller, they get larger. 1.5. Ooh, no, the whole thing. 1.5. There we go. Cool. Save. And then let's do some smalls as well. You're killing me, smalls. Okay. And it is also going to repel into the water. But it's going to go a distance of 2. And again, reverse it. And a slope as well. So we'll get some wood there, and along there. Cool. Nice. And then maybe, let's see, one more. Do we have a cool looking grass one we want to use? Ooh, tropical biome 9. Or let's try it. Ooh, it's big. There we got. Yes, that's fine. Let's just turn everything. Well, first off, let's turn it all off. Okay. So that shrubs one is huge. What happens if we set the shrubs to be proximity to our water? And reverse it. And maybe cut down our, and we definitely want vertical. If it's not, vertical influence. Yes. And I think we want this whole thing to have upward obstruction water, but not ground, because we want to go underneath that. Upward obstruction water. There we go. So it's along the edge. Cool. That's shrubs. Grass 1, I'm just going to delete because we don't need another grass, I don't think. Grass 2. I don't hate that in general. And I wouldn't mind having some underneath the buildings. So maybe these we will leave like that too, and just give us more. Turn trees back on. Okay, control save. Let's just look at it. We don't have everything turned on, but that should be everything kind of big turned on. Yeah, all right. I think I can live with that. If anything, I still think these are still too saturated. Sadly, I might have to tweak it around, but we'll do that later. Let's add a sky. Excuse me. Let's kill geoscatter just for, well, let's kill that just for right now. We'll keep the trees so we can see what it's doing, because they're pretty large elements. They affect our composition pretty strongly. So I'd like to leave them on if we can. HDR maker. Open world. What do we want to use? This one? Let's see. Very bright and cheery, isn't it? I think it's a little too bright and cheery. Let's go grab our own. cloudy. Let's see. Those are so dark, right? 1030? I think we'll use 1030. It's going to be way darker. Yeah, that's better. We might even want to increase the brightness a little bit. Ooh, hey people. Strike the pose. Photographer, exposure, 8. 8 seems good. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's set a camera up because we're like right at the end, basically. Camera, the Arri 65 with an anamorphic lens because we're going for film. Resolution, wide. And clearly we need to make it bigger. Clipping of 250. There we go. And which way do we want to go? Like that. Just trying to get things to get a good silhouette on it. Something like that seems okay. Focus on our building. We might want some fog. I think it would kind of add to it this time. Yeah, 250. Cool. So let's go ahead and add the fog. And then we'll call it good. F4. No. If we want to just grab it from yesterday's, sure. Append. The pit. That's what we used. And object. Cloud. Clouds with faded edges. There we go. We're going to make it bigger. Scale. Rotation scale, which means we now need to go look at it in shading mode. And cloud. There we go. That. Yeah. Make that bigger. There we go. Get rid of the surface. It's a lot of fog. Maybe we cut it down to 0.01. I think that'll be good. Let's see. Layout, save, 0. Turn on geoscatter. Give us some of that sweet, sweet tree action. Did it turn on? Oh, why are my trees turned off? My trees aren't turned off, so why are my trees turned off? Let's just see if they're there when I look. No. Where's my fog? What the hell happened? New collection, fog. Okay, and now it's back. It must have been in, okay. Whatever, save. Let's take a look, see what we got. That's pretty good. I actually think maybe I do want the trees a little bit more. I think I cut them back too much. So we can up the distribution on them back to what they were before. Yeah, okay. Sure. And the one other thing we're gonna do, because I can't stop, is I think back here, we're gonna put a terrain. Big name small. Astronova, environments, background assets, Martian. I use this one a lot, but you know, it works. So and R. Oh. Come on. Kill geoscatter again. R0. Increase my camera distance again, I guess, too. Photographer. Camera clipping, 500. There we go. Cool. Control A, rotation scale, material, we're gonna give it auto terrain palm. Save. Turn back on geoscatter. Cool. And where are you? Oh, I don't want an upward obstructions. That's part of the problem. Ooh, that was why it was a problem. Got it. My fog was in upward obstructions, so we had no anything growing over that. That's why we weren't seeing the trees before until I moved them. Cool. Save. And if this looks good, we'll call it. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, it's cool. That works for me. We are in good shape. The only thing I'll do, kill it. This is me, so you know we gotta keep going. Alt D. Put it here too. There we go. This one goes behind the back of that as well. I think that'll look cooler. Yeah, that helps us. Nice. Okay, folks. Well, I'm going to call it. We'll say this is good. We'll get it posted up on the socials, and I will be back again tomorrow for another one. I think I have a few ideas. We'll see what happens. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for hanging out. If you have not already, please like and subscribe if you've made it all the way to the end. Cool. Take care, folks. Later.